Welcome to You Can Automate. In the previous session, we have seen what is a page object model, what are the different types of page object model, why it is useful, and how to use the particular page object model in a particular use case, right? In this session, we are going to learn more about page objects model, right? We are going to create more pages and how to use that particular pages in a test cases, how to link between the different test cases, right? We are going to learn more many things about it. Okay, first thing, if you look at this particular list, we are going to do is how to create a base page and how to use it. If you look at our framework, we have hard coded this base.url and maximize code in the test case itself. This is not the ideal way. We should be moving this particular code to one of the other page, that is a base page, so that this can be reused by different other test cases, right? So we are going to copy this particular code and move it to a base page. This is our first step, right? So after doing this, then what we are going to do here is, let me go to my notes what I have written here. The second step is create more pages, page objects, and link those pages, right? So that is what we have written here. If you look at the scenario, let me close all tabs here, and if you look at this search results page, we have a n number of search results, right? If you traverse through the result, say for example, I'm going to select this particular page here, right? And this is a search results page we are going to talk, right? This is one of the page which we are going to create. And if you look at this particular another page, say for example, I clicked on that page and I'm navigated to this page. This particular page we call it as a product description page. This page has a price, add to cart button, and buy now button, and some other details, right? If I click on this add to cart button, right, there are a number of buttons. If I click on this add to cart button, then I'll be navigating to next page. This will just show that added to cart details, right? So this is another product description page only, but we will see a different tabs here. If you click on go to cart button, then it will take us to a different page, that is a cart page, right? Here it will show all the shopping details, what all products you have bought, what is the price, right? What is those details, how many quantities you have bought, all the details it will show us, right? Like this we are going to create different pages. Right now we are in a cart page and we are going to create a cart page in our framework. One more thing what we are going to learn here is, if you go to search results page and click on this particular product, say if I'm clicking this particular product, it is opening a new window, right? It is not opening the same page, it is opening a new window next to the parent window. So we are going to learn how to handle this different window. As soon as we click on particular product, if it is opening a new window, that window the control has to be switched to a new window, right? Then the WebDriver IO will be able to do some perform actions on this particular PDP. We are going to learn about that also, how to control different windows in our framework so that we can perform some of the actions on that particular page. Okay, this is what we are going to do, that is what it is written here, that is we are going to handle a different windows. Okay, and if you look at the test cases, what we are going to do here is, first we need to select the product from search results page, and it will open a new product description page, and we will navigate to product description page. Then we will add a product to a cart, then navigate to cart and assert for price. What we'll do, we'll take the price from product description page and validate in a cart page. This is what we are going to do as a end-to-end test case in our framework. So now I'm creating one page called base page here, so that I can move this particular code into there. So these two lines of code I'm going to copy from here and put it in base page. Let me create a class here, module.exports equals to new class and followed by page class name, right? Base page. So this is what I'm going to do here. Here I'm going to, first I need to create a method here, async method, This particular method name is navigate to URL, and inside this particular method I'm going to add that 2 lines of code so that I can reuse this particular method. Now I'm going to call this particular method from this particular class in my test case. So how do I call it? First, I need to create a constant object for base page here. Constant base page equals to require, right? Require, inside bracket I'm going to put a single quote dot dot slash dot dot, again inside src, inside src, inside pages, inside that I have a base page. Now I'm going to use this particular constant and I'm going to call that particular method here. What I'm going to do here is await, and I need to use the object name, that is a base page here, right? Base page dot, I need to call that method navigate to URL. So that's it. This particular method will help me to launch the URL, and it will help me to maximize the URL also, right? So this is what it is happening right now, and let me run this particular test case and this changes and see how does it look like. Okay, I'm executing this test again. Let's see what happens. So this is getting executed here. It is opening amazon.in here, and then it is searching for some keyword bin bag, right? It has to hit enter. Now it is in a search results page. Now it has got all the search results from the keyword, and this particular test case got passed, right? So now if you look at the use case again now here, so what is the first one is select a product from search results, correct? So this is search results, and here we have a list of products, and I want to select one of the product from here, right? And I want to click on it. So let me create one new page here, that is a search results page, and inside that I am going to add my action on that particular search results page, whatever I want to do it. So let me create a class here, module.exports equals to new class, and here I'm going to write search results page, right? Okay, now inside this particular thing, first I need to add a locator for this particular product. I want to click on any one of the product here, right? If you see here, lot of products we are seeing here, I want to click one of the product here, right? And if you inspect this particular product, right, and you will have a locator something like this. Before this session I was just trying to locate for this particular element here. This is what I have got. Okay, and this is a div element, and it has got some of the attributes, that is a data component, we can see, right? And I'm going to use this particular data component for this all this product, right? If you look at this particular XPath which I have written here, I am using a data component here, right? And this particular data component has some of the value called a search results, right? And I'm going to use this particular value, and followed by I'm going to use an image, correct? Image, nothing but an image tag. So this is what the XPath which we have it, and if you observe here, this XPath is giving 60 results. That means that it is giving number of products which are available in this particular search results page. I want to select any one of this particular product, right? Here when we use this particular XPath, we need to use an index to specifically select any one of the product. I want only one product out of this entire search results, right? So I'm going to use this particular XPath from this particular page, and I am going to my editor here, right? Let me go to my editor, then I want to use this particular XPath there. Okay, this is my editor here. I have created a class here. I'm going to create one function to get this particular product, right? So I'm going to write it as a get, and get the first product from the search results, right? This is what function which I'm going to write it, and inside this I am going to add my XPath, whatever I have written, right? So how I am going to write return double dollar. Inside this I am going to put a entire XPath whatever I have written. So this double X double dollar means that it is a number of elements. So whenever we use a double dollar, that means that it is going to return more than one web element, right? Out of that we want to choose one web element. So if you observe, this particular XPath is giving more than one result, and out of that I want to use one product. So that's why I'm going to add an index here. So I can add any index. Say for example I'm adding a 13th product, right? So it is giving me a list of products, give me one product out of it. So now I'm going to write one more method, right, to do action on this particular search results page, right? So what is my method name? Async click on first product in the search results page, right? This is my method where I'm going to click on this particular method, right? I'm going to add a flower bracket here. Then I need to call this particular above get method, right? So what I'm going to do here is await, correct, and followed by I need to call this particular method, that is this dot, and I'm going to call that particular method here get first product from search results, right? And then I need to do a dot click. This particular product I want to click on. It can be any product, okay? And if you see this particular method, oh, this is not a first product, it can be any products. So I need to rename this particular method so that it will not be just like first product. So I'm going to remove first keyword from this particular method name. Okay, let me remove it first, right? It is just a product, it can be any product, right? So I'm just using the same method here. If you come to this search results page here, right, and this is a search results page, and if you click on this particular product, it will open a new window, right? Now we have two windows, one is parent window, another is a child window, right? We need to handle this scenario to save the parent window ID, right? So now I need to go to my editor here. I need to add a code for that to save the parent window before clicking the product from the search results. What I need to do here is browser dot get window handle, right? This is a method which is available in the WebDriver IO, which will help me to get the parent ID, parent window, whatever the parent window it is there, it will help me to fetch that particular ID. Window ID is nothing but a unique ID for each window which is given, right? So I want to save this particular window ID in one of the variable. That's why I'm creating one variable here, let parent window ID, right? This is my ID, and which I want to save it before clicking on the product so that it will open the next window. And I want to use this particular parent window ID, and I want to use it in the further use case. Then I want to click on it, right? So now I need to return this particular parent window ID to the calling function so that I can use it to do some of the operations on product description page, right? This is a method which I am going to call it. Okay, let me copy this particular method name here, and here first I need to call this particular method here, and before that I need to create a constant variable for that. So what I'm going to do here is constant search results page equals require, and inside the bracket I'm going to put a single quote dot dot slash dot dot. This is a path where my page is storing, right? That's why I'm adding my path here, src. Under that, under pages, I have my page, that is search results page, correct? So I'm going to use this constant variable, and I'm going to call that particular method which I have just created, correct? So let me use the search results page here, search results page dot, I want to call this particular method, that is click on first product, right? And this particular method is returning me a parent window ID, right? I want to receive that returning value from this particular function, and I want to save it in one of the variable. So let me create one variable here, let parent window ID, equals to that particular method which I'm calling here, right? I'm adding a wait for that. Okay, this is done. Here I want to execute this particular change here and see what is happening. Right. Let me add await, right? Await browser dot pause, so that I want to wait for some seconds and see what is happening. Correct. This is what I want to do it. Okay. Let me run this particular change and see how does it look like. Okay, I'm executing this particular test case now. Okay. First, it has to launch the browser with a given URL, that is amazon.in, and it has to search for particular keyword in the search bar, right? And it has to go to search results page. Right now it is maximizing the screen. It is entering the beanbag keyword in the search bar, going to this particular search results page. Here it has to search for one of the product and it has to click on it, right? So that is what it has to do. So let's see what happens. This particular test case got failed. Okay, let's see what is the reason here. Oh yeah, the function name which I'm calling here, it is an incorrect one. So search results page dot, I need to call click method, right? I need to call this particular method there. That's why it is getting failed. Let me copy this particular method from here, and then I need to call this particular method in that my test case. Let me copy here and put it here, right? Let's see now what happens. Let me run this particular test case again now. So it is executing this particular test case here. Now it has to launch the browser, right? And then it has to launch with particular URL, that is amazon.in, and it has to maximize the screen first. Then it has to enter a keyword into that search bar, correct? And that is next step. And after that it has to hit enter. It has to go to search results page. Here it has to click the particular product out of the results. Let's see what happens. Now it has to go to the particular product which we have given here. Yep, correct. And it is taking some time. Yeah, now it is going to this particular product and it is clicking on this particular product. So now new window has opened with a new product, right? So till this particular point our test case is working fine, correct? Now we need to write a particular page class for this product description page, where it will have a multiple details, that is a price, add to cart button, buy now option, like that. We have a number of details here, right? We want to save this particular price and we want to assert that. Now if you come to editor, I want to create a new page here, correct? I want to create a new JS file, that is product description page.js, so that I can add other functionality which is present in the product description page. Let me go to this particular file. Let me add a class here, module.exports equals to new class product description page, I call it here, right? Let me create a page here, product description page. Inside flower bracket I'm going to add a functions in it. So first thing what I need to do is I need to capture the price of the particular product which is available in the product description page. If you look at this particular product, it is having this particular price, right? So I want to capture the price of this particular product here, and I want to inspect this particular product, and I want to see that what is the locator of this particular web element. Let me inspect this particular product and see how does it look like. Yeah, let me go to this element section here. It has the div, and it has a multiple web element inside this, and it has a lot of details. I'm just trying to look into this particular web element, what are the details which has. It has the ID class, right? And I'm just trying to find out some unique value here, and this particular web element has a span, right, which is kind of a whole price. Class name is a price whole, right? I just want to find a unique parent of this particular web element here. Let me scroll above and see if I get anything here. Okay, and it has this particular ID, right? Let me take this particular ID and try to write a XPath here. Anyway, it is having a div, right? Double slash div. I'm going to write a double slash div. Inside that, I'm going to write it as at ID followed by whatever the value which I have copied. So this is giving me this particular div, and inside this I want to traverse to a particular span, correct, where it has the particular value. So I want to use this particular value to get the particular value from that particular span, right? Let me write this particular XPath here, double slash span. Inside that it is having a class, and let me copy that class value here, and yeah, I should be getting a unique web element here. Cool. So I have got the one web element here which I am going to use it in my class. Let me copy this particular XPath from here and add it in my test case. So I have created a product description page here. I want to add that particular product price here. Get product price, and inside this I'm going to add my locator, whatever I have written, right? So that is a return and followed by dollar sign I'm going to use. Inside this I'm going to put my value, XPath value, whatever I have copied here, right? This is giving me a price of the product, correct? And what I need to do next is I need to write a locator for add to cart. Okay, if you go to this particular web element here, I want to inspect this particular add to cart button, and I want to see what the locator I can write for this particular add to cart, so that I can do action on this by clicking on add to cart. Okay, let me inspect this particular web element here, and if you look at this particular web element, it is having ID, right? I'm going to use this ID and I'm going to build a XPath or CSS locator, anything is fine here, right? So I'm going to write a CSS locator here. So I'm using a hash here, hash of that particular web element, and writing the CSS locator here. Now I need to create a method for that particular add to cart button here. So I'm going to write it as like get add to cart button, right? So here I'm going to create that particular method, and inside that I'm going to add my locator, whatever the locator which I have created in the page. So I'm going to add a return dollar and followed by the locator what I have copied, right? So here I'm going to create a method by using that method. I'm going to click on that particular add to cart button, and I want to save this particular price whatever is displayed. So one thing you need to notice here is we need to switch to this particular new window whatever we have created. We are going to do that action also here in this particular method. So let me create one method, that is async add a product to a cart, and I want to write a method called return the price. I am capturing the price from this particular product description page. I want to return that price also, right? So let me write that method name here. This particular method will take one of the argument, that is a parent window ID, so that whenever we come to this particular page, it has to switch to the current page, right? The current page is product description page, right? So I'm adding a argument here. So in this particular function I need to get the parent window ID, and I need to get all the available windows which are opened here, and I need to switch to a particular child window, right? I need to write a code here to first to get all the opened windows, right? So I need to store it in one of the variable. So I'm creating a variable here, right? Let get all window handles here, and followed by I need to write a code. So I'm writing all window handles. This means that I'm getting all the available window which are opened in the browser equals to await browser dot get window handles, right? I need to write this particular code. This particular method will help me to get all the opened windows on the browser, so that which I need to switch to a particular child window. Right here I need to traverse through all windows which are opened in the browser, so that's why I need to write a for loop for this particular all window handles, right? So I need to write like for int I equals to, that is let I equals to 0, right? I less than all windows handles dot length, right? And then I plus plus. So that means that I need to traverse through all windows which are opened, right? Inside that I need to check that each iteration I need to check the window ID which is available. If that particular window ID is equivalent to parent window ID, then that is a parent window ID. If it is not equals to parent window ID, that means that that is a child window ID. So that's why I'm writing a code here that each iteration first check what is a window ID. If it is not equals to parent window ID, that means that that is a child window, right? This is what we are seeing here. So I need to switch to that particular child window, right? So here I have a method in WebDriver IO switch to particular child window, that is await browser dot switch to window, right? Here I need to provide the window ID. Window ID is nothing but a unique string or unique number for each window. So I need to switch to all window handles of I, right? After this particular code I need to break, because after switching to child window ID I do not have any work to do on this window code, right? So I need to switch to that particular window, and then I need to continue my other commands whatever I have it. So what is my other statements here? I need to first capture the price of that particular product, right? So that's what I'm doing here. I am capturing that price. So we already have a written a method here to capture the price of that particular product, right? I'm using await this dot product price get text. Get text will give me a text of that particular web element, right, which we already have it here. And after getting the price I need to click on that particular add to cart button, right? So that is what I'm going to do right now. We already have a method for add to cart button, so I just need to use that particular method here, and I want to click on that particular add to cart button. So I'm writing await this dot add to cart button dot click, right? This will do a click action on that particular button, right? After clicking on this particular button I want to return the price whatever I have calculated here, right? So I want to return this particular price. So after this I have one more function to write here. What is that is, if you click on add to cart button in product description page, there is one more page opens here, right? That page will have one button called go to cart. That go to cart action I need to do it, correct? So if I click on this add to cart button here, if you observe, and this will get me this particular page where I have a go to cart button. So I need to inspect this particular web element here, and I need to write a locator for this. Let me inspect this particular go to cart button, and let me check what is the value it is having. It is having ID and it is having some value to it. Okay, let me take this particular ID and write a CSS locator, right? I am going to write a CSS locator for this, and I am going to add it in my editor. So let me create one method here, get go to cart button, right? This is my method, go to cart button, and inside this I'm going to add my locator whatever I have copied here. So this is my locator, that is a CSS locator. So after adding my CSS locator, I'll be adding one more method, right? Async method where I'm going to do operations on go to cart button. So here I'm adding one method called navigate to cart page. In cart page there is a button called go to cart, right? Therefore that I'm adding a method here, that is navigate to cart page await this dot go to cart button dot click. This will do action on that particular go to cart button, and it will take us to a cart page, right? So here we have written two methods. One is adding a product to a cart, and after that we need to get the price of that particular product. So here if you see in PDP page, there is a new window open, right? We are getting the child window ID and we are switching to that particular child window ID. And once we switch, we will break it, and we are taking the price of that particular product in one of the variable, clicking on the add to cart button, and we are returning a price from this particular method. After that we have one more method, that is navigate to cart page. There we are clicking a go to cart button, right? So this is our two methods which we have written. Now we need to write a constant variable for that particular page, that is product description page. So here I'm creating a constant product description page, right? And inside this I'm going to provide like which particular page I need to refer here. Inside require I'm going to provide a path of that particular product description page, that is dot dot slash dot dot again. Here I need to provide src slash pages slash product description page. That is the name of my page. I'm going to use this particular product description page constant variable, and I'm going to call that two methods here. So product description page dot add product to cart and return the price. That is the method which we have written. I'm just going to call that particular method here, and this particular method will take the argument, that is a parent window ID, right? So next I'm going to call another method which I have it by using this product description page constant product description page, right, dot navigate to cart page. That is my another method which I'm going to call it. So let me copy this particular product description page here, dot navigate to cart page, right? This is my another method. After this I'll be landing in my cart page. Okay. So here if you see this particular method, what the test cases what we have written here, it is searching for a product and adding that product to a particular cart page, and after that we are navigating to cart page. That's all we are doing here. Okay. So let's see now how this particular test case execution looks like. Let me run this particular test case here by using the same command what we have used earlier, right? It has to first launch the browser. Okay, it is launching the browser here, and after launching the amazon.in here, first it has to enter a particular keyword in the search box, right? And then it has to do other searching the element and clicking on that particular element, right? So first it has to enter element in the search box. So now it is entering the keyword beanbag in the search box, and it is searching for all the products. Now it is landed in a search results page. In this search results page we have given some random index product, so that it has to select some random product out of this entire results and has to click on that particular product. After clicking on that particular product, it will navigate to a product description page, right? So this particular product has found, and it has clicked on this particular product. Now it is in the product description page. It is a separate window. If you have observed, it is a separate child window open. Now our code is working to switch to this particular new window which is opened, right? So that it has to get the control on this particular page. Now after collecting the price of this particular product from that particular page, it has to click on add to cart, and after clicking on add to cart button, it will come to this particular page. Here we have a go to cart button. After clicking on go to cart button, it will take us to a cart page. There we will see a product price and other details of the product, what all the products available in our cart page. So our test case got passed here. If you see here, whatever we have written till navigating to a cart page, our test case got passed. Now we need to see what is our next step. So our next step is we need to validate particular price on that cart page. So that is the main assertion, right? Without assertion, test case won't be completed. So we need to add a assertion, right? And we have got the price here in this particular test case, and we need to add now new page, that is a cart page. So I'm just clicking on this new file here. I'm adding a cart page.js. Inside this cart page, I'm going to create one particular class for cart page. So here I'm writing module.exports, right? Inside module.exports, I'm creating a new class. The class name is cart page here. So I'm adding a cart page and opening a flower bracket here. Inside this cart page, first I need to add a locator for my price tag, right? I need to validate the price whatever is displayed on this cart page, correct? So let me click on this go to cart page, go to cart button, and once it reaches to this particular cart page, here I need to get the price of the product, whatever may be the price, right? And that price, whatever price which is displaying here in the cart page and what price is available on the product description page, that price should match. So I'm just inspecting this particular price web element here, and let me inspect this particular web element. Let's see what is there. And this particular price is available in the span, and if you look at the parent of this, it is having a div and it is having a data name, and that value is subtotals. Let me write a XPath for that particular price here, and div inside this I'm going to provide the attribute name, that is a data hyphen name equals to, and whatever the value which is having, that is a subtotal. Okay, now I need to find the child web element. What is a child web element? If you look at this span, this particular span has the value, right? I need to get the class variable of this, and I need to build my XPath. So that's why I'm writing a span followed by a class and whatever the value which is having inside that particular span class. Okay, this is giving me XPath, and let me copy this particular XPath and go to my page. So in this particular page, I'm going to create one get method to have the locator of that particular price web element here. So I'm going to write a method called get total price from cart, and this particular method is responsible for returning the web element which is matching for this particular XPath. So let me add a double quotes for this XPath here. Okay, now I'm done with my locator here. Now I need to add one more method to do a assertion on this particular page. Okay, so what is that particular assertion is, if you go to this particular cart page and if you observe the price here, that should match, right? So I'm going to add one particular method here, that is async, and here I need to add method called validate price, right? Validate price in cart page with PDP. So whatever the price which is coming from PDP, that the same price should be visible in my cart page also. And this particular method will take an argument, that is a price from PDP. So I need to add a chai assertion here. What is a chai assertion? Chai assertion is a one more library which will help us to do a assertion, correct? Let me add some comments here. What is that particular chai will do for us, right? So I need to assert price. Okay, for doing a assertion I need a chai library, right? Chai is a third party library which can be used in a WebDriver IO. And if you have not seen how to import the chai library in a particular page, and if you don't know how to use the chai library, so there is a separate video in my tutorials to import the chai library. You can go and watch it. I have given the link for that particular video in the description. Okay, so let's see how to import here. Constant assert expect chai, right? So I need to give some name for that particular import equals to require. I need to mention that chai, and After that I need to put a dot expect. This is the interfaces which I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use this constant which I have created above, expect chai. Inside this I'm going to provide my locator. What is my locator? So here this is my locator, this dot total price from cart, this is my locator. On top of this locator I'm going to add my get text method so that I can do some assertion. So I'm adding a get text dot to dot equals. This is a syntax of chai expect, right? So this is how I will do a assertion here, and to equal, inside that I need to provide against what value I need to match. So this is my expect chai method. This is a assertion method which should match, right? If this is not matching, my test case will fail. Okay, this is all I have done here in the cart page, and let me go to a particular my test case and call this particular method. Before calling method from cart page, I need to create a constant variable here, cart page equals to require. Inside this I need to provide the path of that particular cart page, that is dot dot, again slash dot dot, inside that src pages slash and the cart page, right? This is my path of that particular cart page, and now I'm going to use this cart page here, cart page constant cart page followed by the method name whatever I have it. Okay, let me write that, await cart page dot so here I need to provide the method which I want to call here, validate price cart with PDP. This is the method name which I'm calling from here, and this particular method will take price as a argument. Okay, so I'm just using that cart page as a constant here. Okay, and this is my overall end-to-end test cases which will do assertion of for the price in the cart page, and this is the assertion method which we are using a chai library here. Okay, so this is how we will use a chai library, and let me run this particular test case and see if any failures occurs in this. I'm running this particular test case by using the same command what we have used, by using -spec here, and let it run this particular test case here. First it has to launch the browser, correct? After launching the browser, it has to open the amazon.in here, and inside this it has to provide the keyword beanbag in the search bar. Before that it has to first maximize the entire browser, that is what we have written here. It has to enter a keyword called beanbag, and it has to hit enter. After hitting the enter, it will go to search results page, correct? Inside the search results page it has to first find some random product and it has to click on it. So here we have given some random index, based on that it will click on some product and it will take us to a product description page. That product description page will be opened in another window, that is a child window here. If you observe, it has opened another window next to the parent window, and it has to find the parent window ID and the child window ID, and it has to switch to the child window ID. After switching to the child window ID only, it will be able to perform some operations on it. So here we are finding some price from this particular page and clicking on add to cart button. So this is what we are doing here. After this, it has to click on add to cart button. Oh, it has failed for some reason here. So if you see here get text method, this should be, the bracket should be after that get text, and to equal to should come outside of this bracket. This is a mistake what we have done here, and let me run this particular change again here and see what does it gives. Okay, I'm running this test case again by using the same command. So it is launching the browser here, again doing the same operation, entering the keyword, navigating to search results and clicking on one of the product to take us to a PDP. Let's see this time what happens, whether it will pass or any other errors comes, and we can fix it. Now it is in PDP. It has to click on add to cart button, correct? So let's see. It has clicked on add to cart button. Now it will take us to one more page here where it will show there is a go to cart button. It has clicked on go to cart button also. Now it is in shopping cart. Again this particular test case got failed. Now let's see what is the error. So it is failed in assertion. In the expected it is having this one, and in the actual there is nothing. Looks like there is some problem in the locator what we have written here. So let me go to this particular page here and inspect this. Okay, and this particular span which we have used is not correct one. Looks like, let me take this XPath here and put it here. Okay, it is pointing to some span. This particular span doesn't have any value, and if you look at the above web element a-price, right, this particular span has value. So we have used the wrong class here. Let me replace this particular class here and then try. Okay, this particular XPath will give me the value from that particular subtotal, right? And let me replace this XPath with the correct one, and then let me test this. Let me run this particular test case again. Okay, cool. And this assertion we have. I'm running the same command here again. Let's see what happens now. So it is launching the browser again now, and it has to search for given keyword. Click on one of the product from search results, then go to PDP and then get the price and click on add to cart button, and then go to go to another page and click on go to cart button, correct. After that we will be landing in a cart page. Okay, here it is clicking on go to cart button and we are in a shopping cart page. Here it has to assert for the price what we have got in the PDP and what we are seeing in the shopping cart is exactly matching or not. This is the main assertion of the test case. By this only we will get to know whether test case is passing or failing. Okay, looks like test case got failed here again. So can't get the text of the element selected. So we need to see why it is failing again. So I'm just checking the locator what we have written here, and this locator looks exactly fine here. And let me add some weight here because sometimes because of element loading late also can cause some of the issues. So let me add some browser dot pause here. Okay, that is 2 seconds. I want to wait here and then do assertion. Okay, let me run this particular test again with assertion, correct. So here it is opening the page again, entering the keyword, and now it has to click on PDP link. It has to take the price from this particular page, click on add to cart button. After that it has to click on go to cart button to navigate to a cart page, right? And this is where we are clicking go to cart, clicking on it, and here it has to do assertion of the price what is there in the PDP and what is available in the shopping cart. So let's see whether it will work or not this time. Yeah, this particular test case got passed. Maybe last time it was failing because of some weight issue, that's why we have added some weight. Sometimes it happens when page is loading bit slow here, right? And if you look at the test case here, so this is an end-to-end test case what we have written here, starting from navigate to URL, and this particular navigate to URL is available in the base page, so that it is available to every test case. To summarize, we are first opening the URL and first we are searching for that particular keyword in the search bar, and then if you go inside this particular search for keyword, here we are setting the value and clicking on the magnifier icon to get list of search results. And after that, so we have to click on particular product, right? This is what the method which will help us to click on particular product. So if you go to search results page, right? So here we have a method to click on particular product, and before clicking on particular product, it will take the parent window ID and store it in one of the variable, and that variable will be returned here, and it will be passed to next method, that is add product to a cart page. If you see here, first we are taking all the windows available, and this particular code will help us to switch to a new window, right? We are using a switch to window method, and we are taking the price from that particular product and saving it here and clicking on add to cart button, returning that price to the calling function, that is test case. And after that we are clicking on add to, after that we are clicking on go to cart button here, so that it will take us to a cart page here. Then finally we are going to cart page and validating the price, whatever we have got from the PDP is actually matching with the cart page price or not. So this is overall end-to-end test case what we have written. Do try out this and do let me know if you have any questions. And this is a end-to-end test case how we have to write it. And do subscribe for this channel for more videos. Thank you.